Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eclipse Sentinel, and thank you all so much for joining me today on my channel. We're checking out Outer Worlds created by Obsidian Entertainment. I think this is the first game these people developed since they stepped away from Bethesda, and I think their last project with them was actually Fallout New Vegas, my first Fallout game experience ever, actually. So it's going to be really good to see what these guys have developed on their own. Just from this opening title screen, I really am impressed with, honestly, just the attention to detail in the rocket ship. The engine shakes a little bit, and I think this is the vessel that our character is coming to the main planet to do whatever it is they do. I really don't know much about this. The most I know about this game's plot is pretty much whatever I picked up on by watching Stupendium's song, Fine Print. And if you don't know who Stupendium is, he's actually a pretty cool YouTuber who basically will take games and create music videos about them, usually highlighting key story details, not spoilers, but just kind of giving you a very entertaining, I don't want to call it a summary, but an entertaining, I guess, intro to the game. I don't know. In all honesty, whenever I listen to that guy's music videos, I'm either reaffirmed in my love of the purchase of the game I had, or it actually makes me look at some of the games that he sings about. So it's going to be interesting to see this game, because honestly, I was very disappointed with Fallout 76, as I'm pretty sure all of you were. But enough about that. I want to check this out, so let's see. I want to do normal, because I'm not really sure how this game plays. I feel like it's gonna be pretty much like Fallout 76, but I also hope they kind of go in their own direction with it, you know? So let's see what happens. Yeah, I want to see all this. Oh, that's bright. I'm gonna back away from the screen a little bit. Back away from the screen, I move back an inch.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
And there he is. Isn't he beautiful? Looks just like me, doesn't he? Doesn't he? So, yeah, I think I'm satisfied with how he looks right now. Granted, though, if I saw the trailers and I understand them correctly, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be wearing a helmet the entire time. But I hope I'm wrong. I really hope he takes off the helmet and talks to people face to face. But who knows? Yeah, I am perfectly okay with this. I couldn't pick a thing. I couldn't pick an aptitude, so I'm like, determination. I have no idea what that means for the game. But whatever. So I'm guessing this is like the whole selection process.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Oh wait, does that mean... Does this mean like I'm the only one who gets to escape this ship? I might be the only one who gets to escape this ship.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Terra 2.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 11%. Skip drive.
Shit.
inoperable.
Don't demonetize me.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
I love how none of his stuff works. He has to keep fidgeting with the buttons. I have to say, facial animations, phenomenal. Definitely in the top 5 facial animations I've seen in video gaming, at least from my personal collection of games. I'm pretty sure there might be other games out there where the facial animations are even better. And I think this definitely rates in the top 5. I'm not sure if it's in the top 3, so maybe 4 or 5. But not bad, it really kept me engaged.
Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
I am not going to hold A to skip.
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
I don't think
Not
he's...
sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
two things. Honestly, I don't think he's in a position to mind anything. And secondly, yeah, he kind of deserved this. I mean, really dumb. If you're placing something that's basically saying something really heavy is going to land where that thing is, why would you be near it at all? Oh, wait, was that? Gravity feels a little different. Not as intense as Earth. I have to say, though, not bad. I'm probably only really going to be closely examining the environment in this episode, so please bear with me, but I really want to give Obsidian its props, because this is really good. The skybox is fantastic. That's interesting. This little... I don't even know what to call... I guess it's some sort of rainbow, or at least that's the best analogy or concept I can come up with. Not analogy, but like a descriptor. Still, really good. That is fantastic right there. I really... this would be amazing in VR. Oh, it looks like a little dragon. Is he still like in the world and I just can't see him because of camouflage? There he is. Wait, be my friend. Wait, where'd you go? Come back here. He's like a cat lizard. Oh yeah, he is. He's like a little dragon. That's really cool. Okay, I'm not gonna spend this entire Let's Play chasing up. Okay. I'm guessing this reticle in the center is like my stealth indicator. Like how Fallout has the opening and closing eye. I'm guessing this is gonna fill up or something, indicating that like, oh, I'm being observed, or oh, they see me. I'm not sure if that was just pop-in or I just didn't notice this. Not bad. Not bad at all. It is like, yeah, so it is just a flat object. But honestly, if I wasn't looking this closely, I probably wouldn't have noticed. This looks a little bit more three-dimensional. No, it's also flat. I'm not saying that to like critique them. I'm saying this to like give praise, because honestly, they did a very, very good job with this. Like these I expect to be flat because they're petals of a flower. But this is really cool. This is really engaging. This kind of tells a story to me. Like how the planet, like this probably might have been an old structure, like created, but this also just looks like it could be just a very weird way the stones naturally form on this planet. Ooh, is this where I get a weapon? You have a gun. Oh! Okay, I see a pan. I see a fire. I don't know if he ate his legs out of desperation or someone else did and just left him there for safekeeping? Okay, so those are timid canid. Canid? Canid? I think it's canid. The awareness meter over enemy heads tell you if they are unaware, suspicious, investigating, or alerted. Okay. So I'm assuming by crouching, it's just gonna... And I'm assuming I'm gonna at least get suspicion. Alright, so there it is. Oh, nope. Alright, so... They're a little curious to my presence. So I think I just gotta gun it and get to the next patch. I wish I could get closer, or if I had like some sort of binoculars to examine them closely. Really interesting creatures. Fusion of canine, reptilian, and aviary. I like it when I like it when games go in that direction of like exploring chimera-like enemy types, just mixing things together. You know, I think because gaming, at least in the last 2 years, has gone into the whole online multiplayer thing, there was always an emphasis on creating human characters to maintain the human experience. Since multiplayer games were very popular,
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
that's a side effect of hibernation? I should go to sleep right now and gain super awareness. But, what was I saying? Right. So, it's like they were going in this direction of focusing on online multiplayer, so you only really had to create people characters. So there wasn't a lot of imagination in creating the things you would be shooting because they would just be other people. And you can only really make soldiers or stereotypical sci-fi humanoids interesting until, you know, you have to branch out and create like these little reptile, dragon, dog, rabbit things. Or those devil dogs. Okay. So, medical inhaler to heal. Okay, so not exactly a stim pack, but sort of. Just a real quick means of replenishing or undoing damage.
Hey, you, come here.
My mommy said not to talk to strangers.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Oh, law? Oh, I have medical 5, I think.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Honestly, yeah.
Spacer's Choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
But you'd probably kill yourself. You're in an enclosed space with the only way out being the source of the explosive. I kind of want to lie and tell him, I'll get the guy for you, but I want to intimidate him. Intimidate.
Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
I love these facial animations. This conversation is so engaging.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
You just can't he just cannot not sell me stuff, but I'm assuming that's in his job description to basically insert product placements in every conversation and every opportunity, so. Oh, nice. Not bad, honestly. Like, I'm talking about the gun. So I'm gonna just step back.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
I'm glad they kind of bleeped that out. Okay. Tactical time dilation. TTDs. Similar to their VATs, I'm guessing. Due to a complication. Not bad. I like the tactical time dilation thing. And now I probably didn't waste these resources. Hacking and lockpick skills help you get into places that are not meant to be. Da-da-da-da. So this is what, a hack? Do I hack this? Oh, I don't have the means to do it. Oh. So now I have the means to do it? No, I need a third. A mag pick. So I'm assuming those are the equivalent of lockpicks, but you need multiple lockpicks to fix yourself up. Is this also locked? No, it just looks like a generic container to fill up the space. Explosives to kill everybody, but I didn't want to do that. Telescoping staff. I'll take it. The text is a little faded for me, so I might have to mess around with the settings in that later, but it's honestly a little difficult to read out what's going on. So, oh yeah, check out the corpses. See what they have, maybe ammunition? Not a bad intro. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of Fallout New Vegas's intro, where you kind of wake up from the assistance of a kind soul. Ah, man. I wonder if the crotch is a... Oh! Okay. Breathe in deep. Yeah, nothing. Huh. Disappointing. Taking another injection. Is there a cover system I just kind of missed? But I don't know how to properly avoid getting shot. And I'm guessing that's his ship, which is, I believe, the ship we saw in the title card. So, guess it's mine now. I hope I can upgrade it or something. Oh, that's a spacer. A spacer.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
I forgot that he would get in trouble for... Oh, sorry, bud. Oh, what? If I intimidate her, maybe she'll give me something. Let me persuade, let me be nice.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Glad I don't have to do it myself. At least not all by myself. I feel really bad if they just die right now. Ooh, nice saber. I'm assuming that's the thing I have. Let me just pick these bodies clean real quick. These guys are like really into the whole brand name thing and whatnot. Yep, candid meat. Candid meat. Guessing your teammate died. Maybe if I intimidated her, I would have just done it myself and saved them the trouble of death. Nothing else? Just go in the ship, claim it as my own.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence.
The AI?
Settings and procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is that a tear?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Is she lying to herself in the program?
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
The Unreliable.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I'm sorry, I won't die again, I swear. Oh, that's Auntie Cleo. Interesting. Okay. So... Oh, interesting. L. Oh, T and L. I thought that was an E for a second. Interesting, the staff hits harder than the sword. And does my pistol have more power? Options? Swap, equip, repair. Oh, I could break things down. Let me break this down. No point in me having two sabers, so I'll just break both sabers down since the staff is a better melee weapon. I'm probably making a horrible decision. Okay. Oh, from when my companions kill. I want to have companions. I want to have good companion play. Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I want to have some companions run around with me and oh, wait, what? I have 10 more points to put into stuff and things. I thought I applied that already to all this, didn't I? Back. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't like finalize it. I'll put 5 in there. Put 5 more in dialogue. Ah, the dialogue combat skill, so I'm guessing I can just yell, "Get your hands in the air and face in the dirt," or something like that. Makes... I just realized the implications of what I just said. Alright, find a power regulator. Okay.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Thank you, Ada. So I'm guessing this is going to be my hub, my base.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Ooh, a sawed-off shotgun, yeah.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
So I just made those weapon parts. So could I upgrade my pistol? Already? The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, choose what you want to do to it, repair it, break it down for parts, modify, Okay. Or tinker to upgrade it. Okay. So, let's do that. And back. Oh, install a mod. I don't have any mods. So okay. So I don't have anything to upgrade it with right now. Fair enough. Do I have any ammo for this? I think I'm sitting on 0. Oh no, that's just modify. That's just a... we'll see what happens. Item repair. Okay. I like this guy's suit, by the way. Really interesting. I think I'm gonna stick with guns. The melee weapon is nice, but I don't really need it right now. If I find something really impressive, then I'll explore with that. I want to at least get to the town, because I feel like I've hardly done anything. Maybe now I'm gonna... Now do I talk to you?
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if the ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
I still feel bad for kind of getting her in trouble for receiving assistance by me. Not her, but getting the guy in trouble. Alright, so... Okay, so the controls are somewhat similar to Fallout. Just by using my memory from those games, I can kind of figure out what to do. So... Oh, is ammo just universal in this game? I kind of like it, but I also kind of don't. I know I said I don't like to play stealth play all the time, but I'm kind of vulnerable. I'm not really wearing armor or anything. Oh, that's right. This is a shotgun. Breathe it in deep. Nope. Oh, do I do the thing where I just aim at them and then they give up? And if I don't shoot them anyway, they won't attack? That was not intentional. I meant to take his stuff, not leap backwards. Sorry, brother. Looks like I can kind of go anywhere, but I kind of want to just focus on the main story right now. Which I know that if you just do the main story, you can finish the game pretty quickly. I just want to focus on the main story so I can start getting the side quests and explore that avenue of gameplay. I thought it was a drone or something.
Hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Technically, that's not even a lie. I am the new captain, and I just decided to call myself Alex Hawthorne.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Feels like I'm gonna have to intimidate him.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
No, I'm not gonna say that to him.
Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
By the finger? I'm assuming they're cannibals.
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
But they're no longer in a position to pay, unless it's like, for as long as the bodies are in the ground, the descendants keep paying.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem is the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Oh, no, wait, I wanted to ask him about a regulator.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, it's looking like... Okay, so from what I'm understanding in this story, this Edgewater place, or just this planet in general, because it's kind of implying that Edgewater, or companies in general, just own large slabs of land on this planet, Edgewater being owned by Spacer's Choice, which I think is the company that owns me, or doesn't own me anymore, since they decided that I guess they have enough people, so they really don't need them, so they're just going to leave them out there to rot, essentially, or hopefully just put them on ice until they do need people, and then just pluck one out from the ship. But yeah, it's looking like this entire culture is based solely on capitalism, or materialism. The whole, like, you know, the company must survive and all that kind of nonsense. Interesting prospect, like, just interacting with the different people from, like, the gravedigger to, I guess, members of security, which you'd think one is higher than the other, and they still have this same loyalty to the point where they berate themselves for not saying the company slogan right or not selling as much merchandise. Everything that these people have said to me, I think I just saw some pop-in, but honestly, this environment is so well executed, I probably just misinterpreted movement in the environment as pop-in. But I want to know a little bit more about the story before I start making assumptions, but from what the song from Stupendium told me is that pretty much I'm a piece of property from a company, my character. Everyone here is essentially property for a character. Everyone here is essentially property to a company, and they all basically work off their insurmountable debt, and they're just, you know, they just kind of got absorbed into the mentality and they're okay with it. So it's going to be interesting to liberate these people, which I'm assuming is the direction they're going for. Liberate the people and get them to think for themselves and not live such, honestly, really sad lives. Like, paying for a gravesite makes sense, but renting a gravesite, that's just downright inhuman. The person's dead, let them pay one reasonable fee, and then when they die, you leave them in the ground. It's not like they're not going to biodegrade anyway. Given, like, what, 10, 20 years, maybe? That plot will be viable again, I guess. I don't know. Saltuna. I haven't seen a single body of water here. And I wonder if Saltuna is, like, what they call the natural fish here? Or if they brought fish from Earth here, and evolution just made them Saltuna. So yeah, when the grave digger said space or property, is that what, that you mean the people?
Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking...
Seems we've got a guest.
Oh, I was hoping
really
to see the
Pagani, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Honestly, I kind of wanted to just extract her from whatever belittling that she was receiving from him, and hopefully, on a successful return, she might come back to a warmer welcome, or if this is where I'm going to get introduced to the whole, like, no, come fight for us and free the people and get us out of these ridiculous circumstances, then I might be able to persuade her to leave the company and join them. I kind of want to raise anarchy in the sense that, like, I want to tear down the machine and liberate the people. But from what I'm seeing right now, these people, as weird as they are the only things keeping society alive right now. I don't agree with the whole, like, having to continuously pay for your gravesite instead of a one-time payment. I don't know how else their conditions are, except for this plague that seems to roll in every so often, killing hundreds of people. Or just killing people in general. It might not even be hundreds, it might be like 2 or 3 people every time a season of it happens, and the body adapting, it just probably just no longer becomes an issue after a certain point. But, who knows? So, let's see. I hope she doesn't die on me. I hope I can help her. I have no idea what those direction indicators mean. So I'm not gonna really mess with them. Oh, there you are.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
came in. She's like, please get me out of here.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You got a minute? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Parvati, relax. You're a good person and you seem to have good ideas, so don't look down at the floor. Look me in the eye, like we're talking here.
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
And your dad sounds like a wise man because I agree with him wholeheartedly. Botanical lab. No, I want to talk to, there we go, Vicar Max. And then that is what? Oh, that's just heading back outside the world. Is it in here?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Is it a church? Oh, it's a church of some sort. What do they pray to?
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here.
I'm intruding. I'll step out.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Quickest way out of town, how do I leave?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and lived beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
My intelligence isn't high enough. Darn it.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
So I don't agree with what he's asking me to do, to basically deny the public information because he assumes that they, for one reason or another, can't handle that kind of knowledge. However, I do want to collect the book to see if I hopefully have an opportunity to preserve the book, mass produce it, and give it to anyone who's interested in exploring those kinds of thoughts, because it looks like these people are very, very controlled in regards to what they eat, what they think, what they're allowed to feel. So, like I said, I want to spread a little chaos, start a little mischief, and hopefully get these people to think for themselves. But I'm going to increase my intelligence stats so I can manipulate more people. Because it's looking like that if I'm going to want to make the, for lack of a better term, political changes I want, I'm going to need more intelligence than firepower. Which, you know, a combination of the two doesn't hurt. So where do I go? Do I have to run around this whole thing? At that point, I should have just ran out the other door. Save myself the trouble of running around the perimeter of an entire city. Fascinating. This is really cool. Like little cutscenes like this, looking at the life cycle of some of the animals I'm gonna be killing. That's fascinating. Games that have an open world like this should have things like this. Maybe not in this exact same style, but this is a little bit of lore right here. Like, someone can take this image, observe the monster behaving in the world on its own without triggering it, and probably get a pretty interesting assessment of what these creatures are, how they function, what's their value in society. It'd be fascinating to explore that avenue of thinking. So yeah, I'll just come out the door the way I came in. I keep getting a pop-up from my computer, so if you notice flashes of white during the recording, that's why. Lacrosse? Interstellar Championship. Is it interstellar? It looks like this is the only planet with people on it. Unless there are other planets with people on it, then that'd be interesting. Maybe each planet is owned by a different company. or each planet is owned by a collection of companies, and each planet is owned by one umbrella company, but they're comprised of like 3 or 4 branch companies, partner companies. I cover a lot of ground though. Otters.
Okay, here we go.
That was terrible.
Everyone all right?
That was embarrassing. I don't get your assault rifle, but you had it. You literally had it on you. Also, why can't I just strip you of your clothes and take your Marauder gear? Oh no. This shotgun has pathetic damage, what the heck? I probably shouldn't have attacked the ringleader. I hope she did not die. What the heck? First death. If she's seriously like dead forever, I honestly might just restart the game and get back to that point. I hope she's not dead. I hope that's not how it is. With the first guy, I get it. That he was not even like a companion. He was just an NPC I convinced to fight alongside me. So if he dies in the process, well, he should have aimed better and I should have aimed better. I wish there was cover mechanics in here, or maybe I'm just not sure on how to use it. Okay, it looks like she's back, thankfully. Plasma cutter, really nice. Kind of like a cross between a lightsaber and a proto-saber. Proto-sabers being normal swords with the force kind of wrapping around it. Oh, no. That's not a proto-saber. Proto-sabers were like lightsabers, but they were connected to a cord and a backpack. There was another lightsaber type where it was literally a normal sword with the force energy wrapped around it.
On my way. Heading back. Coming back. Here we go. Be right there.
Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. That is a horrible evolutionary flaw. That cannot be healthy to consume. But, I just took a look at my recording, so I think this is actually a good place to leave this episode, at least for the start. Got a little bit of how the game... Looks like we got a little bit of how the game is going to progress. And I'm interested in exploring this world very in-depthly, so I want to stop here so that way when we get to the meat of this mission, I'm not going to be rushing through it. I want to really take my time with it and give you guys as most out of the experience as possible. So I think I'm going to leave it here, and I'll get back at this again in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please hit the like button and hit subscribe and share this experience with me. If you have any thoughts on other games you want to see me play in between these episodes, let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely check them out. And knowing me, there are very few games that I probably won't play, so you might get an interesting experience. So, I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.